ọba tó láṣẹ pàṣẹ ọba tó láṣẹ pàṣẹ. ọjọ́ tó tojú mi gòkè ló tún fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yìí ó. ọjọ́ tó tojú mi gòkè ló tún fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yìí ó. Ìdùmarè jó ní ṣe mọ́ ni. Oòrùn fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọjọ́ lọ. Ìdùmarè jó ní ṣe mọ́ ni. Ìlérí rẹ̀ tí mo mọ̀. Bóyá bá rẹ̀ go. Ọlọ́run kò dàbí ènìyàn, ìran ènìyàn, arónípin. Ènìyàn bá dàbí Ọlọ́run o. Wọ́n yìí bá ti pé kójò máma rọ̀. Wọ́n yìí bá dalé ayé jẹ́. Wọ́n yìí bá dalé ayé rú. Agbára yìí bá pa wọ́n ní ọtí. Ènìyàn arónípin, Ọlọ́run bẹ̀ lókè. Asọ̀rọ̀ ayé o. Ọlọ́run kò dàbí ènìyàn. Ènìyàn arónípin. Ènìyàn bá dàbí Ọlọ́run. Wọ́n ìbá ti pé kójò máma rọ̀. Wọ́n ìbá máa lé ayé jẹ́. Agbára ìbá pa wọ́n bí ọtí. Ènìyàn arónípin.
In the same spirit, shall we rise as we take the Lord's Prayer? Sorry. After the State of Lions, LIONS. When I attend my lion's door, and break bread at the table, I give you your thanks to God. So Lord, I give you with my fellow man, relax and take our sins, together to the house of David, the fight us that we bring, like the eyes that have the heart, in caring for the blind, also the underprivileged. Let's keep them all in mind. Now as we go at the task, pray God to do them greatly. Then the party and the evidence will be
While still standing lion against the lion, let me humbly invite Lion Barrister Adiola Olatubosun, KPF NOCF, to please help us with the Lion's Code of Ethics. Okay, you may please be seated, please. Thank you.
In Lionism, our district morning everybody. I am Lion Barrister Adiola Olatubosun, and I'm here to take the Lion's Code of Ethics to show my faith in the worthiness of my vocation by industrious application to the end that I may merit a reputation for quality of service, to seek success and to demand all fair remuneration as profit as my just due, but to accept no profit or success at the price of my own self-respect lost because of unfair advantage taken or because of questionable acts on my part. To remember that in building up my business, it is not necessary to tear down another's. To be loyal to my clients or customers and true to myself. Whenever a doubt arises as to the right or ethics of my position or action towards others, to resolve such doubt against myself. To hold friendship as an end and not a means. Good morning, everybody. I am Lion Barrister Adiola Olatubosun, and I'm here to take the Lion's Code of Ethics to show my faith in the worthiness of my vocation by industrious application to the end that I may merit a reputation for quality of service, to seek success and to demand all fair remuneration as profit as my just due, but to accept no profit or success at the price of my own self-respect lost because of unfair advantage taken or because of questionable acts on my part. To remember that in building up my business, it is not necessary to tear down another's. To be loyal to my clients or customers and true to myself. Whenever a doubt arises as to the right or ethics of my position or action towards others, to resolve such doubt against myself. To hold friendship as an end and not a means. To hold that true friendship exists not on account of the service performed by one to another, but that true friendship demands nothing but a set service in the spirit in which it is given. Always to bear in mind my obligations as a citizen to my nation, my state, and my community. and to give them my unswerving loyalty in word, act, and deed, to give them freely of my time, labor, and means, to aid others by giving my sympathy to those in distress, my aid to the weak, and my substance to the needy, to be careful with my criticism and liberal with my praise, to build up and not to destroy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ma. The District Cabinet Secretary Lion Barrister Yola Olatunbosun, KMPF NLCF. At this point in time, let us go forward as I invite the Lagos Diamond Heritage Lions Club to please take the Lions International photos. A round of applause for her to make her way forward.
My name is Lion Anechi Amakakoto. I'm here to take the Lions Fire Service Club to be known as Lions Club. The activities and standards, the administration of Lions Club. To create and foster the spirit of understanding among the people of the world. To promote the principles of good government and good relationship. To take an active interest in the civic, cultural, social, moral welfare of the community. To unite the club in the bonds of friendship, good fellowship, and mutual understanding. To provide a forum for the open discussion of all matters of public interest, provided, however, the patriotism, politics, and patriotism relation shall not be debated by the club member. To encourage service-minded people to serve their community without personal financial reward, and to encourage efficiency and promote high ethical standards, commerce, industry, profession, public works, and private endeavors. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure this great task that was given to you today is indeed record-breaking for you. Well done. I celebrate you. The district governor, District 404B4, the pioneer one and Lion Taiwo Fatuhi, the second vice district governor, Lion Pharmacies, Adibo Ali Afolayan, past district governor Wahid Kadri, past district governor Oye Mumi, Wahon Vida Fahad, all leaders and elders of Lions International present here today. Permit me to use Lion Tunji Oni and of course our great lion Balogun Babura some call as a point of contact to extend this courtesy to all Lion elders and leaders present here today. Kábíyèsí Aláyélúwà Aláké ti ìlú Ẹ̀gbá. If you're represented today, by you are most welcome. Kábíyèsí, Kábíyèsí. Region chairs present here today. The chairman LOC of the first ever district convention of District 404B4, Alhaji Ahmed Adebayo. all members of the scene, the planning committee, all zone chairs present here today, all club presidents present here today, all members of District 404B4 present here today, all members of other districts present here today, Leos, friends of Lions, ladies and gentlemen, I want to officially welcome you. With excitement, I need you to make some noise to the first ever district convention of District 404B4 Nigeria. Who is not excited? It is indeed history. And it's a good thing that you and I just look at your neighbor by your right and your left, say congratulations. Congratulations. Alright, tell your neighbor, this is ABEOKUTA. Bye, see you. Bye, see. Aha. Bàgéjì ìjẹ́ àwọn níyàn. Kò ṣe pé tí kan bá parọ́, tí kan bá sọ̀rọ̀ èkejì máa ẹ̀gbọ́n kì í parọ́. At this point in time, we want to officially welcome you. Please, let me humbly request that all leaders, most importantly our PDG and spouse, we may need to create space for Mama Kadiri to please join our spouse at the front, please. Protocol, let me shift Kabisi, representing Alake, you're most welcome, sir.
If you cannot, the leader.
Having recognized this occasion, she is not just here in her capacity as an enforcer of the law, but she is also an Amazon of service. Lion leaders, fellow Lions, Leos present, if your hands are not too busy, can we jam them together as a recognized Lion Ibiba Chief Ordili, the commander of narcotics, MDMA, Ogun State Command. To all the past president of Akwajo and so of District 404B3. All core cabinet officers present here today will recognize you. The district cabinet treasurer, and while your wishes, I recognize you, sir. You're most welcome. I saw the senior special assistant to the district governor, Lion Lizzie, who will be, I will recognize you, God bless you. Also, my madam, my Oga madam, because there's very between Oga madam and my madam. Lion Dolphin, Abuke, Robin, marketing, communication chairperson, recognize you. Alright. As soon as I see all the faces here, we'll extend that courtesy to them all. Communication chairperson recognize you. Alright. As soon as I see all the faces here, we'll extend that courtesy to them all. Yeah, please, the district president, you recognize that. Please, a round of applause. Leo's in the house. Please celebrate the district president. You're most welcome. Thank you. Alright, moving on. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, tirelessly with his team to put this event together, being the first of its time, is not easy. It deserves a pat at the back and of course 2 thumbs from all. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us celebrate and welcome the chairman LOC LISABI 2020, Lion Ahmad Adebayo. A round of applause for him as he makes his way forward to deliver his welcome address.
Good morning, everybody. City Governor, I am Samson Abodon, first vice, Lion Engineer Taiwo Fatoki, second vice governor, Lion Debo, my past multiple discipline plan social person, our elders in lives, and of course, I want to especially welcome our Baba, the chief patron of ABEOKUTA Lions Club, Kapis Alake Oba Michael Badibo Obunkenu Fort. That is you. Fellow Lions, let me greet our guest speakers of today. She's all, I greet you. Now, to my speech, I wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Almighty Allah for giving me this privilege to be part of this epoch-making historical convention. As we all gather here for this 3-day maiden edition of this 404B Nigeria, tagged LISABI 2024, I'd like to welcome every one of you on board and to thank you all for joining us as we participate in the exciting activities lined up for this event, ranging from team bonding, trainings, membership growth, and a lot of more. Even new lions will learn from this program with biology because their first experience is this. Because this is a maiden edition in this district. I also wish to thank the planning committee for their tireless efforts that we started in the last 3 months, aimed at making this convention as a regular as possible. Thanks to our zone and regional chairperson for coordinating their units for smooth planning. All sub-committees are not left out from this association I'm trying to change that. It is on this note that I want to mention some names. Permit me my because all these people I want to mention, they contributed immensely to what we are doing today. Starting from Lagos Victoria Global Lions Club in Lion Park, Okosi, Ghana. Lion Chief Sunday and Lion Olaore Ajileye, Lion Olatubosu Adeleye, ABEOKUTA Lions Club, Lion Ayomide, Lion Oyi Francis Arat Adebite, Lion Ayodele Raji of Lagos Isoro. And of course, I must mention my sponsor, Lion Babatunde Aregbesola, Lion Rasheedat Usman, Yeye Bankole of Otadoye, Lion Debbie Adekoye, Lion Sunday Obisheson, Lagos Gumi Lions Club, Lion Eyojuoluwa Yetunde Olarewaju, Lion Astor Babatunde Akin Shola, Lion Mary Richard of Lagos Isoro, Lion TPS Sarah David, ABEOKUTA Progressive Lions Club, Lion Chief Abalaji Babatunde Ezekiel, Lagos Unveiling Leo Lions Club. Nigerian Bureau of course is not left out. And of course, I want to sincerely thank my prince from Bangura, Lion Adiola Olalopo. He's not a lion, but he is part of us, indirectly being the patron of a club that formed at Barbara. He's been wonderfully doing well. And of course, I must mention Olama Greek, the Arisa Service, Irara Academy, King Temi, Nigeria Limited. And the last day, I must say this, my own brother, Lion Samson Kolyosho, is a brother of us. He is part of this program because he did a lot for us. He did, we should go without taking anything from us. So it is priority that we commend this district government for its immense role in keeping the district together and for its subtlety, our grace, our focus, as this addition to the international team changing the old world, in the so that has been following this organization since the beginning of this tenure, and to all those who supported this convention, process through donation and sponsorship, I see more grace to your birth as you usual are highly appreciated. Once again, we are excited to have you on board as part of this event that clearly including ABEOKUTA, reference to all those who came from other aspects of this district. And we have worked hard to ensure that this event meets your expectation. And we have started since yesterday. And I want to believe that though we don't expect to score 100%, but for the people that are at the hospitality night yesterday, you can confirm that ABEOKUTA Lions family is always ready. So I want to say this, that continue to feel relaxed. This is ABEOKUTA, a peaceful town. We don't have problem with visitors. So wherever you want to go there confidently. There won't be any problem in ABEOKUTA. No, wait on me. In conclusion, I will say a series of studies confirm that certain neurons in the portion of the brain associated with the sense of satisfaction start from fire when a person chooses to donate money or gifts items to the downtrodden ones in the society, which lions control. These results are a fascinating reminder of the explicit motivation that lies here to make the world a better place to live. So keep throwing your kind gesture into the hands of needless people, because where there is no need, there is always, where there is a need, there is a life. That's why we need more members from varied geographical locations to join this session so that we can assist government in other areas where they can't do anything. So I want to thank you all and welcome you to this image-making convention.
Let's appreciate him, let's appreciate him. Thank you, the LISABI 2024 Convention Chairperson, for the Global Convention Manager, me, Baba. With the permission, as the governor has sought to recognize and welcome you to this hall, the district president from District 404B3 and District 404B2. Mr. Praise speech.
In Lionism, please let's have our seats. Great lions in the house. I want to only establish protocol by not going through much protocol. However, because I came from a club, and the club for over 40 years, we have been looking ahead to head the district. My club, for more than 40 years, we have contributed to all districts that we have in this country, by extension, the multiple districts, Nigeria. I want to take an apology that I need to recognize specifically and specially my club. Lagos is Southern Lions Club, represented by all the elders and the leaders who have taught for more than 35 years, 37 years of service. Even when they believe Lagos is Southern Lions Club is dying, the 5 tigers seated in the front, who translated to lions, were paying the bill of a minimum of 20 members. I want to say thank you, my father, my leaders, and may God continue to bless you. I also want to thank our paramount leader that accepted us the way we are yesterday, as if we were born and bred in the palace of the Alaki of Ebaland. And ably represented by somebody, just only once I listened to his message when he was invited as a guest speaker. He talks about the NEPA issue. Part of your speech was recorded by me, and I do play it often. Thank you for your contribution to the nation. By extension, all what you said that day are facts, and I hope that the country, those coming behind you, will take note of that. The club is so grateful to you. Thank you so much. May God continue to bless you. And our own sister, oftentimes we do call you, not only because you are representative of the government enforcers in this country, but because of your contribution to humanity. And we know your passion for service. We have read some of the books that you have authored. Some of our children are well guided by our thoughts in your book. We appreciate that greatly. Thank you, my leaders. And we are so fortunate. My speech is on page 15, but it will be an abridged speech because all of us here were pioneers in our own various capacity. And as God will bless us also, we recently, though not officially informed, but we are aware that one of our leaders today is a member of the board of trustees of the multiple district 404 Nigeria, our own town planning, our own Alaji, our own past district governor, Wahid Kadiri. It is the 21st of all what you have been doing, and we believe that you as our representative in the board, before, will not only have a voice, will have a say in a lot of things. I want to thank you specifically for your contribution in all that has transpired between us and our sister districts. And we pray God that peace will reign among brothers and sisters. also want to inform you that standing here today is a fulfillment of our passion to serve and to become first in everything. Today, as we seated, this is the first time we are sitting, as all our leaders that have labored to give birth to these districts. Also, ABEOKUTA, since the time we came in, we have been enjoying the Lafun, the Ofada, and we are so grateful that the town is very, very peaceful and accommodating. We also take notice of the suggestion of our father, the paramount ruler, that we should visit places of historical importance. And very soon after this preliminary session, a guided tour will go through that places that have been listed, in addition to what we have listed before. We as Lions were contributing so much since yesterday and the day before yesterday to the economy of ABEOKUTA. Virtually all the hotels are fully booked, and we know what that means for all hoteler. I'm also a hoteler, and we also have a leader in the front who is an hoteler also, a past district governor Oyewumi, and a member of our area leader also. So booking all the hotel, help us tell KBC that we are contributing positively to the economy of the state. And we are aware, for those who have taken notes of what have been happening, the transaction that have been happening in the city since the time we came into the town, they will know that the volume of the transaction has increased. And that's part of what Lions are. I don't want to bother you too much, but I want to inform all of us at this gathering that in this preliminary session, we'll also be celebrating the birth of 2 new clubs in our district. Progressive and Lagos Renewed Yinka Lions Club. Lagos Renewed Yinka Lions Club is a club that we all fought for because of the contribution of our leaders. We will not allow the labor of our late past district governor Yinka to be in vain. His legacy in all the 3 districts that came from District 404B, 1 Nigeria, B Nigeria, has to be replicated so that as we serve, we'll have it at the back of our mind. If you serve well, people will recognize you, they will remember you, they will immortalize you. And that is what we have done. And it's not beyond our rights to do that. So I want to thank all our leaders and welcome to ABEOKUTA to LISABI 2024. May God continue to bless all Lions that are contributing their 3. May I also, on behalf of all the Lions of P4, send our condolences to the committee, Peace Postal Committee chairperson, who was with us yesterday. Eventually, he lost his dad, and he has to go back to Oyo Town for the interment. So, on behalf of all the Lions, through the president of Renew Yinka Lions Club, our own Chief Lekon, tell him we are with him in our prayers.
We have quite a number of them not living down for the time. Is it safe to say that? Does this sound low? I feel like saying, come on. Lagos High Solo Lions Club, make some noise! Alright. I now realize why if I know them. It is well. So what do you say the Beraga? Or Igbe, but who was born in Ito. We are here in ABEOKUTA, the capital city of Ogun State, the gateway state, unarguably the leading industrialized state in Nigeria. ABEOKUTA axis, make some noise! And the first vice DG is seated here. You cannot even make him proud. Alright, first vice is okay, sir. Don't worry, sir. Eko, Abomisa, Lebe. Lagos axis, make some noise! You need to oppress us in ABEOKUTA. The better civilization in Nigeria, the first city that played host to the first television station in Nigeria, the first university in Nigeria. I'm talking about no other place than the city with the highest number of brown colored rooftops. Ladies and gentlemen, education capital of Nigeria, a place that has the highest number of universities and higher institutions, a place that has the biggest and largest congregation of Christian worshippers, a place that has the second story building in Nigeria, where it was recorded that Bishop Ajayi Crowther translated the English Bible to Yoruba. His seat is conspicuously placed in that second story building. There, ladies and gentlemen, the place that has over 500 companies, out of which 175 are manufacturing companies, with 3 solid industrial estates, Agbara, Ibesa, and Ota. I'm talking about no other city other than Ota. Because I hold the microphone, let me do it again. Ota Kitime, together. I'm even glad, even if you don't reach Lagos, you pass ABEOKUTA. But Lagos, you stood up to gallantly. But you know you're in ABEOKUTA at the moment. Alright, that is that for the club's roll call. At this point in time, let us get to the very serious business of the day. And this is where, aside from the fun, aside from the excitement that has been promised by the local organizing committee of this great convention, they have also said that we can't afford to go back home without value addition. And it's also in line with the Lion's prayers and of course code of ethics. Oh, I want to quickly recognize representative of the Honorable Commissioner for Culture and Tourism in Ogun State. Our Honorable Commissioner is from ABEOKUTA, Chief Sheson Fagbayi, but here today is really represented by a director in that ministry. Please put your hands together for the representatives of the Honorable Commissioner for Culture and Tourism, Chief Sheson Fagbayi. That's what they represent in that office. God bless you. God bless you. Good to see you again. Okay, going to bring forward to this podium, this Amazon of service, one who is not just committed to serving humanity, but of course ensuring that the generation that we currently live in and the next one will continue to be sane and will not have any reason to be tortured by the harm of drug. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, please let us welcome the commander of narcotics, NDLEA Ogun State Command, Lion CN, the energetic,
Together! My district governor, District 444 Nigeria, Lion Samson Abogunrin PNJF, other past district governors here present, please kindly permit me to stand on the already existing protocol. I'm highly excited to be here this morning. Like you can see from my attire, I'm wearing two caps, my lion jacket, and my NDLA jacket, and my lion muffler, my lion pin, my NDLA pin. And I'm very glad to be part of this history-making event. Because when something is new, it gives hope, it gives promise. And that is why I'm happy to be part of this movement. Because after today, I'm assured that this district, with this pioneer convention, will not only change the narrative of humanitarian actions in Nigeria, it will also change it in the globe. Congratulations, my district governor. We're here to talk about curbing the menace of drug abuse and why Lions need to act now. I want to take us back to 2018. 2018 was the year when the federal government of Nigeria and the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime published the first ever large national drug use survey. I want to share with us that survey was aimed at examining the extent and pattern of drug use in Nigeria. So I want to share with us some of these key findings, which will define and determine some of the actions we'll take after now. The first says that 14.4% or 14.3 million people living in Nigeria between the ages of 15 and 64 had used at least one psychoactive substance in the year preceding that survey, excluding alcohol and tobacco. That survey also tells us that as of 2018, the world global drug abuse prevalence stood at 5.6, but that of Nigeria stood at 14.4 in 2018. So you can see the difference. That survey also tells us that out of the 14.3 million people, 20% of them had already started exhibiting drug use disorders. That means they were having challenges with the drug use. That survey also tells us that 1 out of every 4 drug user is a woman. And I'm sure this will send some concern to us as Lions, because we have a significant number of female members who are Lions. That survey, and if women start abusing drugs more, like the survey has told us, I think it should sound some warning to us. Because women are traditionally caregivers, role models in families and communities. So when more women start abusing drugs, the question is, what quality of women will such women raise to drive the processes in families and communities? That survey also tells us that 1 out of every 5 high-risk drug users is injecting drugs with needle and syringes. The meaning of this is that when they exchange needles and syringes while using drugs, they will also be likely to escalate the transmission of blood-borne diseases such as hepatitis and HIV. That survey also tells us that the common ages of those abusing drugs at 2018 was ages between 25 and 39. And I think this should also be a concern for Lions, because we have our youth
And we also have a significant number of very young lions who fall into this age bracket. That survey also tells us that cannabis sativa is the most common drug of abuse in Nigeria. And Ogun State is one of the states where cannabis is being cultivated. That's Igbo. Then another concern about that survey was the fact that apart from the controlled drugs we know about, cocaine, cannabis, heroin, there's an emerging trend, especially amongst young people. They are abusing what we classify as non-conventional substances. These are some of the items we find at home. They are available, they are affordable, they are accessible. Some of them, nail polish, glue, pit latrine, methylated spirits, insecticide, air freshener, fermented urine, fermented sanitary towel from women undergoing menstrual cycle, the head of matchsticks. These are some of the things young people are abusing. Tom-tom and lacasera. So imagine in your house, a young child is holding some of these items. It's not something you would naturally want to be bothered about. So these are some of the key findings. And lastly, that survey tells us that Nigeria currently does not have adequate treatment infrastructure to meet the needs of those who are using drugs. So if we don't have enough facilities to treat those who have the drug problem, I think it is better for us to prevent it so that this critical mass of people who have not started will not start. So that was in 2018. We are now in 2024. Why should we be concerned? That survey focused on people between the ages of 15 to 64. But what we are seeing now from practice is that we have people 7, 8, 9, 10 abusing drugs. There is an lower age bracket. And why should we be concerned? Research has told us that the younger a person starts abusing drugs, the more damaging consequences that individual will suffer. So if a child of 12 starts abusing drugs and another starts abusing at 25, the one of 12 will have a more damaging consequence. I describe it like a bridge which is under construction and a Dangote truck full of cement passes that bridge. That truck will destroy that bridge. That is what happens when young people start abusing drugs. Then Nigeria has a very high population, one of the highest in the world, and about one of the highest in Africa. So if we have a high youthful population, and most times it is young people that abuse drugs for several reasons, so it means that their drug-taking habits will determine the landscape of our development and the progress that we have in this country. Another reason why we should be bothered about drug abuse, the current reality, is that 8.7 million child laborers are in Nigeria, according to National Bureau of Statistics data as at 2019. So if we have this number of child laborers in Nigeria, and we know that most of them, because of the work they do, and because of their ages, which is not commensurate with the level of what they do, they will look for substances to mask some of the effects they have. And some of these child laborers, the hawkers, are on the streets. And the streets is where the drugs really live. So the exposure of these child laborers to substance is also very high. UNICEF also reported that as of January 2022, at least 10.5 million children are out of school in Nigeria. I can tell you that Nigeria has the highest out of school number of children in the world. So if these children are not in school, where are the likely places they will be? They will also be found in drug joints. So I think it is one of the reasons why we should be worried as lions. Nigeria ranks third among countries with the highest burden of HIV. And we have said that because they share needles and syringes, they will escalate HIV. And Nigeria already has the highest number. In fact, Ogun State has the highest HIV prevalence rate in the southwestern part of Nigeria. This is also another reason for us to be worried as lions. Poly-drug use in the past, when we were growing up, when people abuse drugs, most times they will abuse one strain of drug. They will be known for either abusing cannabis or alcohol or something. But now, because young people want to really get high, they want that euphoria to really be high. So one strain of drug is no longer enough. So what they practice is what we call poly-drug use. They will use cannabis, rofinol, meth, heroin, codeine, all in one substance to really get high. So if only one strain, there are consequences. Imagine when they put about 5-6 substances together. And most times it makes treatment very, very challenging. Because most times when they overdose and they rush them to health facilities, they are not likely to diagnose the particular drug in their system. And when the diagnosis is already faulty, treatment will be a challenge. They will have one-stop shops. Because the marketers are also business people. So they are following the trend of the market. So most times, with one dealer, you will find about 5-6 different drug items, which was also in the past. Which means that when a user comes to a shop, he can get 6-7 items to use at once. They will have increased security challenges. We know that there is a strong nexus between drug use and criminal activities. Most of the kidnappers, the bandits, unintentional cannabis used by children. Because like I said, the marketers, the dealers are business people. And they have known that younger children get more easily addicted than adults. So they look for things that will attract young people the more. Young people like things that are sweet. So now they are making cannabis into biscuits, into cookies, into cake, into sweets, into drinks, into chocolate. So when you give that 5, 6, 7-year-old the 200 naira to go to the neighborhood grocery store and buy a biscuit, that child will unintentionally be buying cannabis. So you see where some of this problem lies. Then lastly, we're having a new lifestyle. The drug culture is becoming cool. People are accepting it as normal. When we were growing up, most of us in our generation, when people want to smoke drugs, they go very far away to the bushes. But not even on the streets. Somebody calls it waka waka smokers. As they are going about, they are smoking. Because even the elderly people in the community, whom you expect to shun some of these vices, are not even doing it. Rather, they are encouraging and promoting these young people with their drug use. So these are some of the reasons why, as lions, we should be concerned. I don't really want to go into this definition of the key concepts because I'm sure there are things we know about. What is a drug? Then what is a psychoactive substance? You know, it is not every drug that is a hard drug. And it's not every drug that has the capacity to alter our moods and behaviors and our thoughts. So that is where the psychoactive substance comes to play. A psychoactive substance affects how the brain works and causes changes in moods, awareness, thoughts, feelings, or behaviors. So this is the central nervous system, the spinal cord and the brain. You can see from that picture. So those are the parts of the body that the psychoactive substance affects. So all these drugs are talking about have psychoactive substance. So what is drug abuse? For the purpose of this conversation, drug abuse will be something that is used for no medical purpose. You are not sick, you just go to the chemist, you buy paracetamol or you buy tramadol and you take it. So that is drug abuse. When something is used in excessive amount, this mostly will apply to soft drugs like alcohol. Some of us I know that alcohol is also a drug, but it's a soft drug. And because it is socially acceptable, it is also very likely to be widely abused. So, for instance, when a particular person every day takes alcohol and falls into the gutter, it has constituted into drug abuse because that person is having challenges with his alcohol use. Then when it is banned by the government, like cocaine, heroin, cannabis are all banned. So these are the 3 forms of drug abuse we're going to be relating with in this conversation. Common drugs of abuse. Most of us know some of these drugs, but like the tramadol, very common among young people, and people who need to do hard work, people who carry loads, and those who bring, like people who work in the factory. You talked about open state being an industrial state. So these are some of the drugs that will be abused by those people who work in these factories, so they'll have energy to do the kind of hard work. Then there's something also we are seeing now, alcohol, but not just plain alcohol, mixed with different roots and concoctions. Some they say it's Obayin, Obawaju, Obayoju, all mixed together. So that's the problem we're having with alcohol now. Then I also want to talk of energy drinks. Some of us don't see anything wrong with it, but it has caffeine, and some of these things affect our health. And you can see by their names how strong they will be. And the energy drinks, the fear now is that it is now mixed. You see somebody mixing energy drink with Hennessy, And I see already that I think it's about 40% alcohol. You now add caffeine. So that is a problem. And from their names, Red Bull, Fearless, Powerhouse. So you can see what they will put inside the body. Then sleeping pills. Especially because we're going through stress, some of us are getting old, sleep is a challenge. And we start using sleeping pills. As much as we do want to increase, it becomes easy. Then diet pills, very common with young girls. They want to be like Bani Dareko. They want to look like models. And some of them go about using some of these diet pills. It constitutes a lot of problems for young people, and they most times get addicted to them, and it becomes a problem. So in communities, where are these drugs coming from? We can keep on talking about drugs. Where are they? Where can they be found? In the homes. Are you surprised? When we build those fancy homes, we put those bars. We have the Marriott's, the Hennessy's. You can remind me of some of the names of these drinks. Jameson, Cadorossi. They are all sitting majestically. And our children are watching. And our friends come in the evening. We're sitting, watching Manchester United and Arsenal. And they are watching us. We are sipping our drinks, excited. They are watching our throats move. The banters we give to our friends. When we leave, they also want to practice. Children are highly impressionable. They want to go through that excitement they saw us go through. And we naively think those drinks are there, waiting for us at the levels we get there. Then some, it is your children you say they are everywhere. Household staff. Some of our drivers are the ones that expose our children to drug use. Some of our house helps are the ones that expose our children to drug use. Friends, shopping malls, like I said, the marketers, the dealers are marketers. So they are looking at places. So you see ShopRite and places like that. They know that young people frequent those places. So they go around and hang around to sell their wares. Recreational facilities, stadiums, mega kiosks. As they are selling the biscuits and the milk, they have their tramadol, they have the rofinol, and they have the cannabis. Street hawkers, chemist shop, security guards and staff in schools. In some schools, it is the security guards that bring the drugs to sell to the children. It is some security guards that open the gates and allow the children to go out and buy drugs. So why people abuse drugs as a body? We think we're just having fun. We think it's especially for young people that abuse drugs. There's stress, but I want to talk about this more as it relates to lions. Why are we also vulnerable to substance abuse? We are lions. We want to change the world. We want to make people happy. It's a lot of work. A lot of us are under stress because we're lions. We juggle our time between our workplaces, our businesses, our families, our faith-based organizations, and the lion's demand of our time. The three T's, one of them is time. Managing time is a concern and a stress to lions. A lot of us are harassed, and in trying to manage it, another lion was like, some of these abuses of substance starts from some of these things. Then we talk of funds. Another one is treasure. You bring your money, and we know how difficult the economy is today. So as a lion, you have a club project, you have not paid your dues, there's a child you brought in with cancer, you have to contribute, and you have responsibilities at home, you have responsibilities in your immediate extended family. So looking for funds, looking for money to meet all our lion demands is already a stress on lions. Attack, what they attacking. But mental health has a nexus to drug use. Because most times when people have mental illness, they take some drugs that will help them cushion the effects, the symptoms of the mental health. Because at times, people with mental health don't sleep. At times they hear voices. So at times they use these substances, thinking it will bring down the voice they are hearing. And at times the drugs people abuse also give symptoms of mental health. So there's a symbiotic relationship between mental health and drug abuse. Then I want to talk of lack of parental supervision. I will not talk about this, I will only give you some stories. We went for advocacy visits to a private university here in ABEOKUTA, and the vice chancellor told us that a father was invited to discuss about his child's drug abuse problem on campus. And the man told the VC, Edmond, I want you to remove it from his file. Because it's going to be a politician tomorrow. Politician, all that name. About your results. Those are the kind of parents we have. Another school told us that when they invited the father again to discuss about his son's drug abuse problem on campus, the father hired 3 sons to take the school to court to explain why they didn't put in their brochure that drug abuse was not on social media. The social media is very good, has plenty advantages, but plenty disadvantages. In the past, when you leave your house at home in first stack and you lock the door and you stay for 10 hours, that child will be there. But now, when you lock your child in the home at Surulere for 2 hours, that child would have traveled to about 5 countries before you come back on the social media. They would have gone to Australia, gone to Ghana, gone to Saudi Arabia, and everything they are doing there, the child will do with them. They sell drugs on the social media. They teach them how to mix these concoctions on the social media. Sexual and energy enhancement. Some of these things we don't like to talk about, but these are some reasons why people take drugs. Especially, I'm sorry, we're all adults here. Maybe you have spent so much on somebody, and the person is coming. They say, how would I do to get back my money? You now be introduced, one of your friends, your money will come back to you. So these are some of the reasons why people go into substance abuse, and at the end of the day, they become addicts. So it is available, it is accessible, and it is affordable. With 200 naira, you can buy 2 sticks of cannabis on the street. So what are the consequences of drug abuse? A lot of us know some of these things, but I want to say something here. Different drugs give different consequences. And the age of the user is also important. The gender is also important. Research has told us that we women get easily more intoxicated than men. And when women use drugs, they find it difficult to come and access treatment because they are ashamed. As we are sitting here now, if past the district governor of LISABI strikes a stick of cigarette, under 30 minutes, everybody that came for this convention will hear. But if a male lion strikes a stick of cigarette, it won't mean anything. The society condones women in Africa, not men to do certain things, and does not allow women to do certain things. So because of that, women are easily stigmatized. So they don't want to come out for treatment, and the drugs affect them more, most times, than the men. Then the frequency and duration of use is also some of the consequences of drug abuse. So we know that poor hygiene, bloodshot eyes, weight loss, damaged relationships, insecurity, unemployment, and even deaths. You take the person to the mountain, or you take the person to anywhere, the person cannot get over it. The person has to go for professional help in a treatment facility, in a rehabilitation facility, where professionals will give help. Then the experimental is the first point. Most of us went through that. When we were growing up, maybe you roll the paper and you strike and you make it as if you're smoking a cigarette. It's experimental. But at that point, at times, the advice you get, the people around you will be matter. At times, when somebody takes drugs for the first time, especially a young person, and talks to a person that, that's a problem. But when you meet somebody that says that, don't try it again, it's very bad. So this level is very important. What will lead to these other levels most likely will happen at the experimental level. But there are some drugs from experiment that go straight to addiction, depending on the constituency of the person using it and the person and the kind of drug. So it is not so wise to experiment because you might just go from experiment to death. Move. So we want to look at the human brain and see the effects of drug on the human brain. You see, the human brain is into compartments. You have the frontal lobe, which is responsible for executive functions like thinking, planning, organizing, and problem solving. For instance, if the people who organize these events were under the influence of drug, these speakers might likely be outside. Might likely be outside because there's a problem with the frontal lobe. The motor cortex, movement. That is why when you see people who are drunk, They can't maintain their coordination. They stagger. That is where it is affected. Then the sensory cortex, sensations. When some people are under effect, something is moving. And you know what, mirror is at the back. I'm feeling some movement. That is the part that is being affected. Parental lobe, perception, making sense of the world, arithmetic. The accountants here will bear me witness that if you are under the influence of drug and you are adding up some numbers, you might view a company that has stood standing for like 30 years. That is the effect. Arithmetic and spending is a problem. Occipital lobe, that's the vision. That is why somebody who is under the influence of drug will see a truck is like an Okada, kekeni. Before you know, the person is under the truck. Then you have the temporal lobe, the memory, understanding, language. There was a time a young brother of mine, I called him up and asked him to do some things for me and give me a feedback on that 1 hour. I didn't hear from him after 2 days. I called him, and he's somebody who is always very like, what happened? I asked you to do something. He said, me? When did we talk? I said, I called you now, you even gave me some this. I can't remember. So that is how it distorts the memory. Then you have the cerebellum and coordination and the brainstem. So you see that substances, drugs affect every part. So we enhance the protective factors with the projects that we conduct in communities. So effects of drug abuse on the Lion's mandate. Now we are coming home. We spend so much money. We spend so much time to implement projects. But if we don't look into the issue of drug abuse, some of these investments will be eroded. Let us look at them. Vision, our core projects. Drug abuse such as cocaine, amphetamine, and opioids has been linked to vision-threatening complications such as glaucoma. So when we do all this free eye screening, we give glasses, we do cataract surgeries, we help people with glaucoma. If we're not bothered about their drug use, we might be eroding these investments. Because no matter how much we want to help them, if they are on drugs, all our efforts will be put in vain. Because drug abuse will further complicate the treatments and the interventions we are giving them. Much risk. So when we do our diabetes screening, we should also be able to talk to them about the issue of drug abuse. Because whatever we do, if they abuse drugs, all our efforts will be in vain. Childhood cancer. Long-term emotional effects of childhood cancer causes anxiety, depression, and fear of relapse. Patients and survivors may use drugs to cushion the traumatic effects. So when we help children with cancer, some of them are going through depression, anxiety because of the magnitude of the impact of the disease. We should also be bothered about their substance use. And the people caring for them also are vulnerable to substance use because it's not easy caring for somebody who has cancer. Youths can erode the gains of empowerment actions such as scholarship, provision of educational items, vocational trainings and equipment, among others. When you give those equipments for them to start in life and they are using drugs, you just sell your machine. Maybe you bought the machine for 50,000. You just sell it for 10,000 naira and that they feel for like 2 days. And that empowerment program is gone. All the vocational training we give, if they are under drugs, all those investments have been wasted. Environment, production of drugs such as methamphetamine produces toxic gases that harm the human respiratory system and harmful impact on soil and water. So there are some drugs when it is when it is produced in a community like methamphetamine. Research has told us that environments where it is produced, 10-15 years later, people living there might have cancer and other deadly diseases because of the toxic gases that come out from the production. Hungry. Drug abuse causes malnutrition and poor eating habits. So when we give these people on the streets, the beggars, the Indian people food to eat, if they are using drugs, that food, the nutrients will not work because their body is already compromised. And we can give them that food, they will not sell it. They will not eat it. They need to have their drug free. Cannabis cultivation shrinks the soil nutrients and poses a serious threat to food insecurity. So part of why we want to feed the hungry is that we want adequate food to reach everybody. And we know that one of the problems Nigeria is having today is that of food insecurity. So some of this drug cultivation also worsens our problem of food insecurity. Quality membership. When the district governor was talking, he said 2 new clubs are better today, and it is a challenge for Lions. Every time you go for a meeting, they tell you to bring a friend. We need to build up. We don't need to drop. We need to build new clubs. But if we're not concerned about drug abuse, from which population are we going to be recruiting members? From this same population that drug abuse is on the increase. So the more drug abuse is on the increase, the more likelihood for Lion clubs to be the quality of members we want to recruit. So what can Lions do better? Finally, these are my thoughts. I'm sure we can also add to it moving forward. The district may establish an action group on drug prevention and treatment for developing a structural long-term strategy for drug control. We should collaborate with NDLA and other stakeholders to conduct drug abuse sensitization programs for members and non-members. We should go more to schools, to market men and women, to faith-based organizations, to the artisans, to communities, to the CDAs. But most importantly, we should talk to ourselves, because we are not vulnerable to drug abuse. We should sponsor drug abuse training programs in schools. We can sponsor these trainings for teachers, for them to be aware of things to do. We can train community members. We can train the traditional rulers. We can train families. We can go to churches, pick family groups. But most importantly, we should start our charity from our Lions clubs. We can establish rehabilitation centers in communities, because rehabilitation is very expensive. Right now, one of our cheapest rehabilitation centers we can be talking about is about 350,000 naira a month. And you are not sure it will work because of relapse. So we need more rehabilitation centers. Provide counseling sessions as projects for members and non-members. You know, it's so easy for us as Lions to believe we are superstars because we are making people laugh. We don't have problems, but it's a lie. A lot of us have issues, and we need to be counseled by professionals. A lot of us are using this organization to hide our own problems. We don't want to discuss it. We are not angels, we are not saints. We are living in the same community. The things that are triggering drug use in other people are things we are also passing through. So why are we pretending? We need to set up counseling sessions in our clubs so that those who are distressed can be talked to and can be helped. We should stop pretending that we are the super people that have come to change the world. We should increase the provisions of infrastructures for improved well-being of individuals and communities. One of the reasons why young people are taking drugs, those days we used to have amusement parks. We used to go to the bar beach. We had libraries. But now all children live on their phones, their tablets, and their laptops. Children don't play any longer. They are not children again. That is why they want to do everything adults do. So Lions should try. I know we are doing so much, but we need to do more because the problems are getting more sophisticated, more challenging, and more advanced. So as I leave you today, I want to leave with these words. Lions are as vulnerable to drug abuse, just like any other group of people in the society. Lions also give and experience triggers which promotes substance abuse. My fellow Lions, the time to act is now.
For PDG, why candidate to stand up, I must say that our guest speaker has exceeded the expectations of great men and women here today. God bless you, ma. Such energy, such depth, I must say, is indeed commendable. She kept us on our seats without anyone dozing off, without anyone lifting even a muscle. Well done, man. Well done, man. Such a grace endowed on this great woman. God bless you. When I said earlier on that there are many things that I look at in some of our leaders, I must say that I am picked and laughing again from our guest speaker. God bless you, man. past president of ABEOKUTA Lions Club. So, at this point, let me announce to us that our guided tour and visit some places within ABEOKUTA. But of course, we had that in plan, but yet, can't you see Allah, the hierarchy of a brother yesterday? Thank you. Second zero.
The district governor of Lion Club and all past district governors, all the executive, and all members of the club, I bring a very good message from His Royal Majesty Kabiyesi, the Alake and Paramount of Egbaland. Ọba Dr. Adedotun Aremu, Gbadebo CFR Ogunkelu IV. He was very glad to receive you yesterday. He had a proud appointment this morning, and that was why he could not make it in person. He believed that this being your first convention in ABEOKUTA promises to be a continuous thing, because he believed you enjoyed this particular trip, and after this we shall be expecting you again in ABEOKUTA every year. Every year. I had the privilege to be at your convention in Abuja last year, because he is a shallow friend of mine among you here who I have known since he was maybe 6 years old. His name is Let me apologize for this very incessant and embarrassing PowerPoint. But let me assure you, this interrogative act that the regulator should calculate what the numbers are. They did the numbers, they did the calculation, and the president has decided that the federal government will put it together and pay it as a form of subsidy. From next week, we shall be embarking on a nationwide advocacy to explain what it means to Nigerians. This morning, about an hour ago, the rate of Naira to pound sterling had jumped to 1,704. Yes. And as at 8 o'clock this morning, it was 1,692. What that tells you is that as long as our currency continues to be very poor against the dollar, the sterling, so also any business, and I'm sure many businessmen are here, if you do a business where, like in the power sector, 87% of all the equipment that we use are all imported. So when you have to exchange money from Naira to those other currencies, then your cost of production goes up. I'm giving excuses, and I'm not here to talk about power. I have to talk about that because this light kept going off, so that you know. So Kabiyesi really want me to thank you very much for shooting ABEOKUTA. Not only that, ABEOKUTA has felt the impact of Lion Club over the years. We are also aware of what you are trying to do now at our Itoku market, which is very good. And we're also aware that you've done some work in some schools, including, of course, the oldest school in Western region, in the Southwest, the ABEOKUTA Grammar School. There's a block there where Lion Club has done a very marvelous job. Although we were also expecting more, and we're still expecting more for you to do within the ABEOKUTA metropolis. Let me also add, some of us that are not members of Lion Club, we know about Lion Club, we also know about the Rotary Club International. Please, I want to suggest, try as much as possible to let we the outsiders know more about you. It's not enough to just see your signboard as you run about. What the lecture I was privileged to listen to this morning alone is a big deal. If people know about this thing that you do, more people want to join your club. Please, this is one of the best lectures on narcotics, and I know that, and I wish more people get to know about what you do. So that if people know, a lot of people would like to join. I've received a request and I'll pass that to Taiwo Fatoki. 2 people have asked me this morning that they want to join Lions Club. That's what I said I was coming here. So please let more people know, create more awareness, and during this convention we'll also create more of that awareness. And please make the best of the media so that people will know what you are doing. You are doing a very excellent job. I don't want to, I can confirm that you're still one of the best. I don't want to put you beside the other one so that it will be as if, you know, but please keep up the good work and let the communities continue to know the essence. In fact, if possible, make sure you have members among every CDA in the country. In this country, just going to every community development association, once you have a member there, they will pass on the good message, they will let people know what you stand for. Some people think we are just social, we are not. So what you are doing, let more people know about it. Once again, on behalf of His Majesty, I thank you very much for the opportunity to be in your midst, and I pray that you have a very fantastic convention. God bless you. Thank you.
Can we all say, when you see the staff of office of a monarch, it's as good as the monarch is present in that gathering. Respect to the monarch should be accorded. As it delivers a good read message.
Very much for the good job you are doing. Proud of you all the time. My district governor, all Lion leaders, they are present. The Kabis, ably represented. Red Lion leaders, they are present once again. Cabinet officers, they are present. Lions, Leos, and our guests. I say welcome to this first ever District 404B Lions Convention in the beautiful and ancient city of ABEOKUTA. It is indeed a privilege to stand before you today to welcome you all and to say that I am very much in love with this beautiful city. You want to ask me why? It's a secret, but I'm going to let it out today. For some people who are aware, I know Alaji is already smiling, he knows. Because I was born in this beautiful city. I can still remember the hospital, Sacred Heart Hospital. Wow. And each time I visit ABEOKUTA, I want to go there and see how the hospital is doing. So I'm very much in love with ABEOKUTA, and by extension, ABEOKUTA Lions family, I love you all! I want to say welcome once again, and like a representative of the family, we are not blowing our trumpets enough. Because as we all know, this association, Lions Club International, is the world's largest service club organization. Who is not clapping for this organization? And we are over 1.4 million men and women in over 50,000 clubs and in over 210 countries in the world and geographical area. Who is not clapping for Lions Club? Dedicated to ensuring that our world is a better place. We are men and women who always make a difference in our communities. We are heroes. In fact, we should be clapping for ourselves because we do exploits. And of course, as we
know service is in our DNA, and that's why our motto is in humanitarian and community service. And that's why our beautiful mission is to empower Lions Clubs, volunteers and partners to improve health and well-being, to strengthen communities, to serve those who are in need, to support them through humanitarian service and grants that impacts life globally, and to encourage peace and international understanding. That's who Lions are. Let us give ourselves a big round of applause. We must never forget this. Wherever we are, we must let people know the wonderful job that Lions are doing as we continue to impact our world positively, and as we continue to seek for men and women of like minds to ensure that we render more service to a world in need. On that note, I want to welcome us once again, and I want to encourage Lions to enjoy the hospitality of this wonderful ABEOKUTA Lions family, and to leave a positive impact, like the KBHC said, that he wants us to come to ABEOKUTA on a yearly basis. I support. And for Lions, relax, enjoy. By the time you leave this beautiful city, leave behind good memories that will last for a lifetime. I say welcome once again, and I wish you all beautiful convention. And I want to, before I forget, congratulate my hard-working district governor. Well done, my district governor. You have been doing it, started well, doing well, and I'm sure by the time your tenure ends, we will have beautiful stories to say about you. May your shadow never grow.
Thank you so much. My district governor, other members of the GGT, KBHC, elders, they are present. There's one thing in my honesty. People believe you can perform at no notice. One shortcoming I have is that I was never a Boy Scout. So being prepared is not part of me. But when I show you things, you depart the mind and say something. I want to welcome you all to ABEOKUTA. And let me say the basis is set. My roots is here, and I will first say only nothing. You know what that means? When you come to the earth with your head first, that means you are born here. I'm from the Italian side of ABEOKUTA. So people usually think I'm an Awolima, but that's a story for another. I want to welcome you. I want to encourage us as family units, now referring to what Lion Biba said. One advantage I have, please, pardon my going person, is that I'm a Lion and my wife is also a Lion. And the advantage is that I don't have to explain. She does not have to explain about what she has gone out to do. And we have another advantage. We don't pay the same rate to Obruk like Mr. Kadiri and Mrs. Adele will pay. If
and Wahid and Fatima Academy, we don't pay the same as other people. If you bring in our son, we also pay reduced rate for that child. So I want to encourage us to bring in our family members into lioness. It pays economically. It improves the stability of the family. It also enhances our position in the society. Let's work at it. Let's look at it. It's doable. It's possible. I have so many examples that I don't want to give except to say, I would say the younger. Do you know the peculiarity of Amala sellers? You may want to find out in America. But by the time you have 5 Amala girls, 3 of them will be the Afunke Alamala, the Abashira Alamala. They don't name like Chicken Republic. It's personal. If you go there, the Afunke will not want to spoil our name. So, try them. I can recommend 1 or 2 to you because I worked in this town for 31 years. I can recommend. Please go out there and enjoy yourself. Thank you so much.
Our MC, my distinguished was 10-star silver. Loudness, Kabisu. I like that lionism, I like that. I like that lionism, I like that. Even we make friends, answer with pleasure, which is not with objectives and aims. Lionism, I like that. Thank you very much. Yes, I have to congratulate Apple making this report for before. Much has been said by my land leaders, and the MC said they would like to know whether I need that notice. Let me just clear that area first. I'm a son of the soil. Our family house is at the behind of Secretary Hall and Leoho in ABEOKUTA. Aren't you lucky? Our MCC was born here. My life PTV Kadri, Sean of the Sean, and Engineer Yomi, also Sean of the Sun. The cabinet secretary, please. Let me also add that our own Lions Club International is the only non-governmental organization that has a charter with United Nations. That's a record. All others are following. Every year we celebrate the United Nations with UN organization in America, and Lions Club International is well represented. Also, what has been said, we are the association that has given over $1 billion to any catastrophe all over the world. We are the first responder. In short, I would say Lions Club is the first to reckon with non-governmental nation. He has given the record over 30 years to be the first reckoned by the AAA organization in America as the best NGO. Now, we have said so much for ourselves. We are doing so much within our communities. We are doing so much all over the world. And much has been said about membership. Membership in the sense that you bring in quality members. And the only way to attract that is to showcase our projects, which we are doing, and as that is said by the annual that we need to showcase, we need to inform, we need to sensitize the public of our program. Our sister station, they will do a project for 20 naira. In most cases, they will spend 50 naira to publicize it. We need to learn from this. We just don't cover up what we do. We have to ensure that all these things are made known to the public. I believe strongly that much has been said. Also, my Lord, Mr. Governor, wherever I am, the bifurcation has come and gone. This 44B4 will be tower high than any districts in area 8B of our constitutional area. When to the coming or getting our constitutional area in Africa, and we are proud now to say that by June this year, we will have the first female director from Africa because of our efforts in raising the bar. And all levels in this hall should also ensure that we should also be one, add one to the population of Lions Club. I thank you all for coming, and we believe that we all enjoy this convention together. And let us also remind the KBAC, not next year, because B1 was bifurcated to B3 and B4. I can assure you that before the month ends, you have the possibility of having another district known as multiple district 404 B3 with their own governor and the district governor team visiting their lucky of a land. We are really lucky at ABEOKUTA. In one month, they are having these two districts coming to ABEOKUTA. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless you all.
We have wristbands for each participant. Please, I want to appeal that we
Together, our district, emerging leaders, turning ideas into action. Good day, everyone. The district governor, the business in our midst, first vice district governor, past district governors in our midst, Lion leaders, new Lions in our midst, fellow youth, the KBAC in our midst. My name is Lewadu Kebaka Region, the Pioneer District President for New District 444 Nigeria. The youth of the district, we are here today to appreciate our able district governor. Camera, please. Let's have eye contact with our DG. Thank you for your support so far. We say a big thank you for not leaving us to it, because we have had you come to us and we have also come to you in various ways, and you have always assisted us. Just so you know, there has never been a no from our DG, because whenever we get to it, it's also always a no. I'd like to especially recognize all the Lions Club here. Thank you so much for always giving us listening ears. And I will use my Lions Club as a point of contact at Ajao Estate Lions Club. Thank you very much. The great Ajao. Thank you very much. We are here to encourage the lions, to speak to our parents. It's not usually in the culture of children to speak to their parents, but Lions Club has given us the opportunity to do that. A round of applause to Lions Club. We want to inform you that we have been able to, in the short while, we have been able to, in the past 6 months, we have been able to charter 2 new clubs. And we have 3 upcoming new clubs as well. But thank you very much. Our challenge basically with those 3 new clubs is sponsorship. We are finding it easy from the other way around to get Lions to sponsor us. So we'd like our DG to please speak to our Lions to pick a new club today. We are available for you to be the close and to show the world that the youth activity of Lions Club are not just for fun, but we are serious-minded youths, just as our slogan says. Imagine leaders! So we are ready to turn ideas into action for the district, and we appreciate as you do this for us. Thank you very much. We'd like to present a gift to our DG because he had his birthday last year, and we had prepared his gift. Everywhere we go to, we carry it along to meet our DG, but unfortunately, he won't be there. So we brought it here again because we know we are going to meet him. So we humbly request for the president of our father, humanitarian par excellence, Lion, Apollo Wisconsin, the pioneer district governor for Lion District 4 before Nigeria. Thank you very much.
I appreciate this, and I believe you are not only emerging leaders, you are already leaders in various communities. Your impact in all the community that you are serving is well recognized, and on the request of the 3 new club, before the second preliminary session, the Lions Club that will take up the responsibility of the Leos sponsoring them will be announced. I also want to use this opportunity to thank the Leo that participated in the Firo Empowerment Scheme. So the second set of the Firo Empowerment will be coming up before March. Those who have no opportunity in the first one will surely join the second one. Thank you, my leaders, and God bless you. I need a club in that district, in that region, in that school. I need a club, Lion is in my father lobby, my mother lobby. I am in you. I am proud to serve my father lobby, Lion, my mama lobby, Lion. I am in you. I am proud to serve. On your majesty. Oh, Lion is in. I don't go tired. Lion is in. I don't go tired. Lion is in. I don't go tired.
Don't come out of the hall, no. Go back to your seat. Please, let's have us. So we are sending you back against it. Let us go.
District, focus. Thank you so much, because this is the landmark and the beginning of good thing to happen in our district. The district find it as a matter of responsibility that we must commemorate this first district convention with a pin that will bear us witness things to come in our district. I want to plead with my leaders, all the past district governors, to come to the front so that we can together unveil this pin. The representative of our KBC, and we also have 9 members of the Lions Club in the house. PDG also, our own Alaja, should come front. So I want to give our own PCC the opportunity with all the leaders, all the party to unveil this pin.
Thank you, my district governor. It is a privilege and an honor to do the unveiling of this beautiful convention pin. So beautiful, I want to say congratulations. And to the glory of God, service to humanity, we unveil this district 404B convention, LISABI 2024. Congratulations.
Thank you. Is the chairperson, the NOC chairman around?
Yes,
NOC, you are supposed to be here now. Alaji. Please come forward. Also, before our leader will step down, we have 2 thanks for our past district governor, Oyemi, to recognize 2 of our leaders who are life members of the Lions Club International, Lion Alaji Koniushu. Alaji Koniushu, please step forward for recognition.
My district governor, hello, this is an important occasion. This is a man, a lion, a father who I've known for many years. I met him in our village and he has served unconditionally. He has served unconditionally and he has chosen to be a life member of Lions Club International. Can you put your hands together, please? To you want to become a life member, serving the underprivileged, serving the needy, serving the world. Please put your hands together. I'm going to tell you the conditions associated with being a life member. And you pay a certain sum of money. When you are about 70 and you have served for 35 years, you become a life member. Therefore, I received a letter from international has given the authority to read it out. Come, please. On behalf of the International Association of Lions Club, it is my pleasure to advise that your club's request and application to grant live membership to Baba Shamsuddin Olalekan Koleosho. Please put your hands together as officially been approved by the International Board of Directors. It's not only back door. Your name will be presented in the International Board of Directors where they meet 3 times a year. August, January, and May. So the name has been approved due to his excellence of service. Enclosed is a personal letter of Koleosho. I ask it be presented in a suitable ceremony, and that ceremony is at this forum because it must not be done even at the club level. At the ceremony that you encompass, we have all the Lions present. Also enclosed is a life member tag to be worn on the Lions membership lapel jacket. The membership life membership certificate and the life membership card. This letter is a club confirmation that all international dues have been paid for life. It is then good impact for Lion Koleosho Shamsuddin. Further, international days will not be, international dues will not be charged. I'm not too sure about the international convention dues, but possibly it will be part of it, so that the new escape of this, I don't know, unless I do it. Should Lion Koleosho have occasion to transfer membership to other club, this privilege can also be transferred by following the procedures set forth in the international constitution and bylaws. Please convey my personal congratulations to Koleosho, who is a life member, has given so many meaningful years to the community, to our association, and who continues to make a difference. You heard the governor what he said on the convention when he gave apartments to be used pro bono. Pro bono, without any cost. I extend my personal gratitude to you and the members of the club family for recognizing this very special accomplishment. On this note, sir, on behalf of the district governor and the members of District 404 B4, we hereby present to you this live membership certificate for your use.
Thank you. The representative of the KBC can step down. Our leaders can step down. Lion Tuji, we are not going anywhere. Alaji, you are the one to present
this is a golden card which I open one day I will also have.
Amen.
I want to have this. Thank you.
So our past district governor PDG and the member of the board of trustees MD 404 Nigeria is going to present the second life membership award to our leader, Lion Oni. Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you so much, my teacher. Now I've read the letter to my Koleosho. You may think it's the same letter, but it's not. It's not. more he reigns and gets to you, and I'm going to you. So, I need to read this being a Christ, for record. This letter I was speaking to the president, negotiations of Lions Club. The club's confirmation that all the traditional dues have been paid for life, for Lion money. I mentioned, but that does not mean that you should divert the money for your MJF to life membership. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my leaders. Let's take the Lion song. The more we serve the needy, the more we serve the needy, the happier we shall be. My friends, are your needy, the happier we shall be. Together, the more we serve together, the happier we shall be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we serve together, the happier we shall be. Lions are headed, lions are wild. Lions are wild. No more be like them. No more be like them.
Lagos is not a Lions Club for sponsoring this wonderful club. You know, I'm very emotional about this club. I remember saying this thing during my president's investiture that this is a club I'm so emotional about, and I'm so much in love with, and I'm so proud of because of the wonder. Your charter certificate, once again, like I did as a district governor about 8 years ago, it is indeed wonderful and it's memorable for me. Firstly, I want to say thank you, my president, for the good job. Thank you very much. Continue to keep the flag of service flying. And I know that the Great Isolo Lions Club will do a good job in supporting and making sure that this renewed Lions Club continue to do exploits. Thank you. The Great Isolo Lions Club. I love you. Yes, my president. So, charter. You know, this is wonderful. For you to be a charter member of any club is a special privilege. So I congratulate you once again. I will take our time to read through it.
Let it be record pé ìkó náà ti dín wọn lọ́pàá lọ́ti ṣe sọmọ lórúkọ.
The Catholic Lions Club is indeed worthy of praise. And I'm going to charge you to continue doing exploits in your community. I know the good jobs they have been already, but this is another charge to keep it up and continue to be that Lions Club that we have always been proud of. Congratulations. On behalf of my district governor, I have the honor and privilege to present this charter. This charter certificate. Lions.
Yes, guy. In Lionism, we serve. Together, we serve better. Our district, our focus. Our focus. Our focus.
The fourth district convention will be 2024. So please, at this point in time, Thank you, our PCC, our PDGs, our leaders and elders. If I call the DG to hit the gong at this time, or to use the gong of the garden or the garden of the gong, to call for achievements, then we may not celebrate that birthday again. We will just take it to second plenary. We have been briefed earlier on that this will take place. I don't know why there is traffic on the road for the cake to arrive.
My father was on the road in ABEOKUTA. My father was on the upstairs.
It's welfare. Welfare will do that. This is not from welfare. Lion blessing, you said.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, dearest lions, dearest friends, we are still live here at the 4th District Convention of District 404B4 Nigeria. Right here with me are the electable distinguished lions who have served the Lions program here in Nigeria for multiple years, have now been conferred a special honor according to Lions Club International. Can we meet you, sir? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, these are just people that have been conferred with life membership as far as Lions Club International is concerned. How do you feel?
Well, hi everyone. I was spending 39 years as a member of the according to me, the Lord membership is a good honor to me.
Right, no doubt, that's very right. How do you feel today, sir? Wow, these are great memories, and I know these are things Lions, upcoming Lions will want to come. Even people of your age may not, you're still there. And I know probably in years to come, some doesn't. But that being said, Lagos Life Solo, you are close to Lagos Life Solo. Is there any special thing why this is happening? And many people are enjoying the
Thank you. Myself and the young family, we both survived the club for so many years. Now we are only four. Nobody was coming again. Myself and my team of the players were there. But they was the people and present the government in that
wow, ladies and gentlemen, it comes with great responsibility. Now being 4 years just for membership, and now you're having over 90. It calls for a lot of dedication and as I said, it's good enough. Are there any specific things you can remember you did specifically?
It is just commitment that this club will not die. Whatever we want to get more members, this club will not die. In actual fact, we have to look at the meeting place that in the 90s, the government went down, it went down. And we're not getting the members. We have to look at where we get more members.
Those are great things, but sir, what would you advise, the last advice Merci.
Káwọn bọ̀.